Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host LovelyCheesePizza here. Welcome back to Let's Play some more World of Warcraft. And last time we went out to Westfall. We started questing in that area just a little bit. We're getting really close to being able to do dungeons. We're just a smidge over one level away from that, so if we play our cards right, we might be able to do our first dungeon in this episode. So with that said, let's get back to questing a little bit. We'll be allocating a point for our talents right here with improved Sinister Strike when we get the opportunity to do it, and then yeah, we'll just we'll play everything by ear after that. So we got to go. We have to go mess around with some of the harvest golems. There's that big old swirling torrent of like lightning and shit that was going on over here. So we can go experiment with that a little bit, or just to get people back up to speed because I haven't played this in a little while. Our leatherworking is at 28. We could make just a shitload of light armor kits if I so chose to do it right now, and I might actually. It looks like the Darkmoon Fair is active again because the Grizzly Trophies thing is popping back up. You know what? I think I'm going to make a bunch of these. I think we're just going to do it. It's a very quick, cheap way to get our leatherworking skill up a bunch. And even though it yellowed out, it's still, I think the probability is still like 60-something% that it goes up. So we might as well continue doing it. That's still really hot. Oh my god. Alright, well, now that I just eviscerated the inside of my mouth, I don't think I have any taste buds anymore, which will render my blueberry Pop-Tart completely useless. That's great. Yeah, we'll just let this one run out. It's green now, but hey, we're up to 45. Good show. So, where is the pile of these guys? I think they must be over here. Yeah, here we go. So this was the area that they were talking about. We'll just take one of these overloaded guys and we'll use this little deal here. And then, yeah, we just go run into this field and we just start laying waste to the unwanted. So, yeah, I found out some interesting info that makes me kind of, oh god, oh my god, oh jeez. Just complete fury, man. Look at, dude, he's on like a coke bender right now. Look at him go. Oh yeah. He's just going insane. He's using that robot creatine right now.
I don't have a target.
Okay, let's get a good line for it. Whoa, that one's suspended in midair still. We hit him so bad that he's just stuck in a different plane of existence right now.
That's still recharging.
Yes, it is. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is going to be the one. One. Nope. Oh, I thought I was going to be able to finish the whole thing right there. All good though. There we go. Okay, we got all 25 of them out of the way. Perfect. So yeah, I found out something interesting. I woke up this morning and I saw that Portland is going to be getting a WNBA team, which that in and of itself doesn't really, move the needle for me whatsoever. But what it does do is it gives me hope that maybe, just maybe, that means that, the sports leagues are starting to consider Portland for things again, which I'm more interested in whether they get a baseball team or not. Because they have been on the short list for getting a new MLB franchise for a little while now. And I'm really hoping it happens, man. I mean, for those of you that know me well enough, I'm a diehard White Sox fan, and if any of you have been following that semi-closely, you know that I am in absolute purgatory with that. It is quite simply been the worst season I have ever witnessed. I've been watching baseball for a long time, and I will tell you what, this might be the biggest pile of hapless idiots I have ever watched. And and when I say hapless idiots, I don't mean in the fact that like I could go out there and do better than they could, because well, I can't. I'm 36 and I'm severely out of shape. I would probably run out of breath running to second base. But that's not the point. Critical strike rating by 2, but 1 agility, 1 stamina is probably still a better choice, so we'll go with this.
For the Alliance.
Yeah, let's put that on. And then we need to sell some stuff. We have no room in our bags at all right now. And so, yeah, I'm sitting here thinking, like this has to mean that, like, we're getting close to, you know, to Portland being able to get a pro baseball team, right? Like, that would mean something positive. If they're able to get a WNBA franchise, which I know means that they don't have to build another arena, because they could obviously probably just use the one that that the Trailblazers use, because God knows the Trailblazers aren't filling out that arena either. I mean, they're in just as much of a what the fuck are you guys doing state of existence right now. And so it just makes me think, like, there's got to be some hope out here somewhere, that they could be reaching a situation where they could be getting a pro franchise. And if that happens, I'm going to be one of the happiest people in the world. I mean, I've been dying for that sort of thing. Not that I would ever, you know, go back on my fandom of the White Sox, because I've been a fan of the White Sox since I was like 6 or 7 years old. But I think one thing that I've always wanted to have is I'd love to be able to have a team that I can actually go physically watch them play, without having, and like the only way that I can really do that is either A, I have to fly out to Chicago, which, I mean, I am cripplingly poor. So I think that the premise of me going out to Chicago to watch a game, the possibilities are a little slim right now for that. But if there was, you know, if they opened up a franchise in Portland, A, I'd be able to support them, you know, because I would love to have a local team that I could kind of get behind a little bit. Like, I would gladly follow them. You know, would I, you know, and maybe, who knows, maybe I'd become a decent fan of them. I have no problem with supporting more than one team, especially if one of them is kind of like the local one, just because you get a lot of exposure to them. It'll never replace my fandom of, you know, the actual team that I've been following since I was a little kid, because that's just a horse of a different color. But then that also brings up the idea of, imagine it becomes a huge win-win for me at that point, because then what happens if the White Sox come to Portland to play a game there? Now I get to watch both of the teams that I like at the same time. I mean, it doesn't get a whole lot better than that.
Can I help you?
So, and just the premise of getting to see a brand new, like a brand new stadium, because Portland has plenty of areas. They got a whole bunch of like industrial area that they're not even fucking using for things, and just the possibility that they'd be able to do something with that seems pretty cool to me. So yeah, I don't know, man. Oh, we got a lot of stuff going on here.
See you around. Greetings.
Oh yeah, we've got a whole lot going on here. I haven't read any of these off yet, just because I've been kind of on a bit of a tangent here. After my tour of duty was over in Grizzly Hills, I returned to Westfall, only to find the land in worse condition than when I left. The price of our war left thousands of citizens homeless. They now migrate here and squat upon the deserted farmhouses and towns of the region. To make matters worse, we are now under attack by the Gnolls. The Westfall Brigade needs your help. Slay the attacking Gnolls and recover their orders. Someone is pulling their strings and we need to find out who. Or whom. Ooh, look at that. Hey, Sentinel Hill Vest. That's a big upgrade. Crit rating and some extra agility. Okay. Oh, and, oh god, we gotta go all the way down here. Oh, the Captain Grayson one. I'm gonna abandon that one because by the time we actually get down over there, that quest will be like gray, so it won't even really be worth it at that point. Oh yeah, we need to do this one too. Okay. All right, so let's do this really quick. We do have a talent to learn, and I don't think we have any trainers out here. Or maybe we do. I don't know. I know there's a lot of people out here, but I don't know if any of them are actual class trainers. I could be entirely wrong on that.
Hello.
So let's go off to Stormwind really quick, and then we'll come back.
See you around.
So yeah, it's just something that it seemed really interesting to me. We're gonna test whether my taste buds are still active or not. I got to get a little bit of substance into my system here. I'm gonna be going golfing here in a couple hours, so. The blueberry one is where it's at, and it's the off-brand ones too. As much as I loved Pop-Tarts growing up, they just don't fucking put anything on them anymore. They don't frost them very well at all. They're smaller, there's less inside of them. But if you get the off-brand ones, that's where it's at. They're softer, they put more stuff in them, there's more frosting on them, and they just taste better. It's a win-win, and they cost less. You know what I mean? I was considering, but I kind of forgot to do it. I was going to put them in the toaster oven and then put butter on them, because every time I eat Pop-Tarts now, I always get just infested into my brain the little jingle song from Family Guy, where when Peter and Quagmire do like a little duo singing group, and they did the song about the putting butter on Pop-Tarts. Every time I eat one now, that pops into my head, which, you know, clearly it means that they've done something correct, because that's expert marketing. We're also going to pick up a tabard while we're at it. I'm certainly one to I like having my reputation up as much as possible for everything. So, and we got a free achievement out of it. So, I mean, how do you really go wrong there? We constantly have this going on here. We got a little buff action. I think that the rogue trainer is in Old Town, if I remember correctly. So we'll go off there. But yeah, so it's in my head now. I love it. Oh, I don't know why this made me think of this, but I tried this yesterday, and I really don't know how I feel about it. I don't remember whether I talked about this on this series or not. I might have, because I heard that it was something that was going to happen. And recently, Coca-Cola, not cocaine. That would have been interesting. Cocaine-infused Oreos. No, they, so apparently Coca-Cola and Oreo decided to
Hey there.
do like a collaboration sort of thing. Oh, that's right. We learned kick. That's awesome.
Have a good one.
Very, very good talent to learn, because now we can interrupt spell casting with it. Perfect. Love it. Love that for us. Let's see. That will only take us back to Lion's Pride, so that's not going to really do us any good there. Yeah, we'll do the whole Stormpike delivery thing here a little bit later. I think what we'll do is when we finish up being in Westfall, before we go down to Duskwood, or no, before we go to the Red Ridge Mountains, which technically we could probably go there now. But before we go to Red Ridge Mountains, we'll go straight over to Loch Modan and kind of check out things over there a little bit, because there is an area that I want to get like a flight path for. So we'll get around to it when we get around to it before I forget, which I'm sure that I probably will. Where am I even going right now? I'm going the wrong way. So Coca-Cola and Oreo decided to team up for both sides. So they made they made Coca-Cola flavored Oreos, which I tried those yesterday, and it is bizarre because you think of like something that's Coke flavored. It kind of makes me think of like Coke flavored Slurpees, which is such a polarizing flavor for me because I don't like the taste of flat Coke because there's no like I need the carbonation in it in order for it to really give me that that full-bodied taste that I kind of crave out of it. Let's go here. And so otherwise it just tastes like pure syrupy sugar, and I can't do that. And so when they announced that they were going to do Coke flavored Oreos, and by the way, it's Coke Zero flavored Oreos, which I thought was a really weird choice because Coke Zero to me, like in a pinch, I'll drink it, no problem. But the issue is like all of the zero sugar sodas, you can just like once you take a sip of it, you get like the full taste, and then it just at the very end it just dies off. And I'm assuming that's because of the type of sweetener they use. You don't get that full-bodied taste out of it. And there's something a little off-putting about that, and I don't know why they would have picked the zero sugar version of Coca-Cola to use for that. Really, really weird. But one thing that they tried to do to compensate for it is they put like popping candy into like the upper layer of the red cookie, because there's a red cookie and like the original like black one or whatever, and they put like popping candy in there to try to simulate the carbonation factor of the whole thing, and it's weird. Like it's really bizarre. The first drink that I took out of it, I was just like, what's going on with this? it was strange. That's really the only way that I could like quantify it, is that it was just weird. Okay, definitely not the time to be doing that. So yeah, it was odd. It was definitely a little weird. It's the kind of thing of would I eat them again? I can't say for certain. My answer would probably be no, as far as I can confidently say. But I think that the more confusing part of it was when I got into the Oreo flavored Coke. Because again, it's Coke Zero, so it's not as sweet. And so it was almost like savory. Which for like when you're doing something involving cookies, like the idea of like a savory cookie flavored soda, it was really kind of off-putting. Like it wasn't bad necessarily, but it wasn't good either. And that's the part that was just so confusing to me. But what are you going to do? I mean, I certainly appreciate, the willingness to try new things, and obviously whether or not it's going to hit is a different story. But I kind of much like I had talked about how Mountain Dew is the king of having a billion flavors of things in the soda industry. Oreos definitely takes the cake for, the like I wouldn't say candy, but they're the baron of the cookie industry that decided, hey, we want to try a little bit of everything to see what sticks. And while I would say this is probably not one of them, it still works, man. It like. One thing that they did really well with like the popping candy thing was the special edition one that they did for oh, that's where the innkeeper is. Oh, they had trainers in here. Oh, damn it. Oh, they had literally everybody over here. I feel like an idiot. Oh well, yeah, what are you gonna do? I tried, damn it. Okay, well, that's good to know, though. That's good to know that the next time we level up, we don't have to go all the way to Stormwind for that. So, that's perfectly fine. We need to feed the homeless. And I don't see any over here, but I know where there are a ton of them. If we go back to like the front gate, there were a whole bunch of them over there. Yeah, the 4th of July ones, like the 4th of July fireworks ones, that was the one. That was definitely the flavor of Oreos that did like the popping candy included in them that actually worked pretty well. Because it gave more of like the actual feel of, oh yeah, like this feels kind of like 4th of July. So it was fine. Okay, let's go feed some people with my mysteriously invisible giant bowl of stew. Meanwhile, these guys are sitting here, you know, throwing bags of shit or whatever at the guards. Yeah, how do you guys feel now? Somebody emerges from Westfall to feed you guys while you're sitting here throwing your fucking feces like monkeys and what have you. There you go. Take the big pot of stew, why don't you? Oh, we got more people over here. Alright, I'll give you guys your own pot. It'll wake you up. The aromas will be like from the cartoons or whatever. When the lady she opens up the window and puts the pie right on the windowsill and like the wavy air or whatever appears, and then whoever smells it, they like start levitating across the air or whatever over to the window. Oh, you guys are already we just fed you and you're already back to throwing shit at them? God, you ungrateful bastards, you. Oh, thanks for the food, friend. Now, fuck you! Oh, boy. Well, we got some people back here. I'm not gonna leave you. I'm not gonna leave you out in the dark on this one. Don't worry. Salma's got she's got the famous stew. I don't remember what's in it. Can't imagine that it's nutritious, but then again, it is better than just eating grass. But then again, eating grass was like, it was like the Little League delicacy. You know what I mean? Like, you always had the one player on your team that, when you're out in the outfield or whatever, there was always that one kid that was standing out in like right field or whatever, because you never get balls hit in right field. Because God knows these kids, that are in like T-ball and whatever, they don't know how to directionally hit the ball. Like, they're just hitting the ball. And they generally always swing too early, so they're pulling it to left field or whatever. And so there's always that kid out in right field that's, bent their gloves on the ground, and they got handfuls of grass just throwing it up in the air. You know that they're definitely eating some grass while they're out there. Okay, I think that we can feed them again, because it looks like their being full buff is gone. There we go. Yeah, I fed you guys twice, so don't even give me the shit that, oh, you guys aren't doing anything for us. Now, granted, we could probably let you in. There appears to be just a little bit of open land over here where they could at least set up some tents or something. But, hey, I'm not the mayor of Sentinel Hill. Or even just the dude that's in charge. So, I'm just the one with the invisible pot of stew. Okay, let's go drop some things off here, huh?
What can I do for you? Or the Alliance?
Have you recovered the attack orders?
Go with honor, friend.
Helix. I've heard that name before. Recently, as a matter of fact. But who is this admiral? Alright, so we got the vest. This is good. I don't know why I thought he was gonna do it. I thought he was gonna do like the police, like the hard-boiled cop, like interrogation thing, where you got the guy like sitting in the chair with the handcuffs on, and you're just like, "Hey!" and just slaps him in the face. What do you know about this person? I'm not telling you shit. Okay, so yeah, gibberish from a mad wolf. Okay, well done. You have provided us a temporary reprieve from the onslaught of gnolls, but there's more work to be done.
Be careful.
South of here is an area of Westfall known as the Dust Plains. From what we know, the gnolls of the region have made the Dust Plains their unofficial capital. As with any capital, there exists a leader at the heart. If we are to put an end to these attacks, we must track down the gnoll in charge and end him. Venture forth into the Dust Plains, kill the gnoll leader, Django Spothide, and kill him. Take out any other gnolls that get in your way. Sounds good to me. And hey, there we go. We get some much better leggings out of it. It's a win-win. Oh, that's right. I forgot Blade Flurry. That's something that's not a temporary deal. Totally forgot about that. I was like, I feel like my damage output is just kind of low.
Greetings. Light bless you.
SI7 has been tracking Helix Gearbreaker since he entered Alliance territory 2 weeks ago. The letter I received from Matthias Shaw explained that he sent an agent by the name of Kiernan to Westfall to shadow Helix. Find Agent Kiernan and you'll find Helix Gearbreaker. Kiernan came into town for supplies 2 days ago. She mentioned that she would be near Mortwake's Tower, southeast of here on the Dust Plains. Well, we were heading to the Dust Plains anyways, so I guess we're going to go that way. And then, yeah, we're going to leave that quest alone because I believe that's just the one to go all the way down here. I don't know if it's a quest line that's actually worth something. It might be for all I know. But we're not going to get caught up in that. Okay. So, yeah, we're moving along pretty well here. I mean, at this rate, we're probably not going to be able to get into a dungeon in this episode, but we will at least be able to get to level 15, I imagine. And then in the following episode, then we'll probably get involved in our first dungeon experience. Probably in the Dead Mines would be my guess. But we'll see. I think there should be a couple different options open. I just don't remember. I don't remember what the other low-level ones are. I know the Dead Mines is one. For some reason, I'm just drawing a blank on the other one. It's like a... It's like some kind of cave, and I think that there's like ogres and shit in there. I just don't remember the name of it. I think when I ran it, when I was playing through this the first time, I don't think in my original experience with this game, I don't think that I ever actually did all of the original dungeons. I know Wailing Caverns, I think, is one that's available. There's the Dead Mines, and then there's one other one.
Not enough.
And I just don't remember what it is. But I think Wailing Caverns actually has some good rogue gear in it, if I remember right. So, we'll see. We're going to take on some of these hulking gore tusks on the way, just so that we can get some more leather while we're at it, as long as we're not getting just fucking pummeled by this thing. Jeez. There we go. Ooh, cooked crab claws. That sounds delicious. Meanwhile, I've been I just forgot that I had this video on YouTube up over here. I've gotten into like this weird kick over the last couple of days of wanting to watch like complete history storylines of games, and so I went through the entire like 3+ hour history, or not history, but like the 3 hour like full timeline from start to finish of Resident Evil.
Can I help you?
I forgot how many games are in that franchise. There's a shitload. There's a lot of games there. There's also a lot of there's graphic novels and stuff that also fill in some of the gaps. It's a lot. Secrets of the Tower. Helix has got himself holed up inside Claven Mortwake's old tower. I won't lie to you, it's heavily guarded. I count 6 armed mercenaries just on the outside. There's no way you're getting inside that tower by yourself. Lucky for you, Claire and I are here. I'll cover your entry. Take this shrouding potion. You'll need it once you get inside. Use it as soon as you enter the tower and head upstairs. Well, I mean,
Safe travels.
lucky for you, I am a rogue. So, I don't need the shrouding potion, but I'll use it anyways. Oh, actually, I think that the visual effect for this shrouding potion is fucking awesome. Yeah, I have to be inside the tower. But yeah, and these guys are all elite, so... But I should be able to sneak right past them. See you guys later. Like, I know that if you go in there organically and they all just start ganging up on you, she just starts picking them off like crazy. Oh, yeah. This wasn't the visual effect that I was thinking of. I think it's crazier looking if you're outside, because everything's just like it feels like your screen is like crawling, so to speak. I wonder if my coffee's cooled down a little bit. Is it gonna burn my face? Oh, that's what's up. I'm feeling it now. Ah. I was like, there's no way Helix Gearbreaker is that fucking tall. And then I realized he's standing on top of the ogre. I was like, dude, there's no fucking dudes with a gnomish name like that that's going to be fucking like 9 feet tall. I really wish that they had like voice acting for these back and forth things here. I know that probably would have added, you know, stratified extra gigs of audio files for that, considering how expansive the game is. But it would have been nice to have had, because like they do it for some things, so it would have been nice for all of these types of scenes where there's dialogue going on between a couple of people, that they would have done that. But I get it. I'm not gonna sit here and get super picky about it. Yeah, like look at how this looks out here. Like it looks like everything's crawling around. It actually really reminds me, and I've told this story before, but for people that haven't heard it in a little while, it reminds me a lot of the first time that I took this like energy fat burner supplement called Liquid Clenbuterol. This was like almost 20 years ago. It was like 15, 20 years ago.
Be careful.
And troublesome gloves. It's not. I mean, it's definitely an armor upgrade, but that's really about it. But that's fine.
See you around.
Okay, so yeah, we need to go down here. Yeah, I took this supplement called Clenbuterol. I was gonna go on a delivery. I had to go deliver a product to a customer back when I was working for the health food stores, and I had to go up towards Clackamas, which is about 35 minutes or so from here. And I was just dragging really bad that day, and we had gotten the sample of Liquid Clenbuterol, and so I was like, you know what, I'll try it. And it was one of those things where like a lot of like the rep said that we don't even, like, it's not even in the catalogs necessarily. It's one of those things where like if you know, you know. And so, you know, we had found out about it from one of their reps, and so he gave us a couple samples of it, and it comes in a bottle with like a plastic syringe, so that you get really precise measurements and stuff. Which I'm sitting here thinking, like, there can't be anything positive about, you know, liquid fat burners that you're taking out of a fucking syringe. You know what I mean? Like, it really gives off the vibe like you're doing like steroids and shit. Like you're, you know, just injecting it into yourself. Obviously not the case, but that was just kind of like the vibe that it gave off. Okay, he's coming over here. Now let's start doing it. There we go. And so I took like a half dose of it. I didn't even take a full dose of this stuff, and then I took off. And so I'm driving up the freeway, and like within like 10 or 15 minutes or so, once it really started kicking in, not only was I just jittery as shit, like this stuff really had me ready to run a full fucking marathon. Like I could have run the Boston Marathon in like 2.5 hours with the way I was feeling on this stuff. But the other thing about it that was really bizarre was that it was like making like these purple outlines around everything. and it was just like, it was visually, it was so like, I don't know, like it made me feel almost sick to my stomach when I was taking it, which is you know, is by no means strange, because later when I got home, I profusely vomited everywhere. Because like once I got into the place to deliver the order, I was like so jittery when I was talking to them that there's no way that they didn't think this dude is on some fucking crack right now. Like he is out of his damn mind right now. I'm gonna turn the blade flurry off now that we're not dealing with multiple people. Ha! There we go. Hey, we finally got to use kick. Perfect. I love using kick, man. It's such an awesome move. I've also completely forgotten about the fact that we can use sap. I keep forgetting that that's something that we can use when we're going to be fighting more than one person. I'm gonna have to start doing that again, because yeah, we'll sap this guy, and then we will come over here. We'll backstab you. We'll kind of kite you over here, and then we'll do one of these. That way we don't bring the third guy out of sap.
It's too far away.
We'll get him out of it when we're ready for it. And we can cancel that again. There we go. Yep, he's still dazed and confused over there. And now we can bring him out of it. Oh god. I like, kick is absolutely one of my favorite moves in the whole game. It's just it comes in handy. There's always that moment where you use and you're just like, God, I really needed that. Okay, I need another mystic really quick here. Where is there a mystic? If we do this just right... Oh, no, there's one up here. Yeah. I'll take that instead. I don't want to have to sit here and do a bunch of other stuff. So we'll go kill this guy here, and we're going to level up as soon as we get him. Boom. Like, I wonder if, like, the other people, like, all the other mobs and stuff around, like, can they see when you level up like that? Because that would be something that, if I were a mob out there and I saw, you know, I saw somebody killing one of my comrades and then being shrouded in, like, this gold light and having, like, that sound effect go off, I mean, that would scare the shit out of me. I would be like, oh fuck, that guy just got way stronger just now. I'm just gonna leave. You know, I'm all for the mission, boys, but I think that we should probably call it a day, because he just tore through Travis pretty easily, and now he got better. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back to Sentinel Hill really quick, and then we didn't learn anything new yet. No. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna go back to Sentinel Hill. We're going to turn in our quests, and then we're gonna call it a day for right now, because I need to start getting ready for golf, because we're gonna be going out of town today. I'm gonna go play at Dallas Golf Course, which is only about like a 20-minute drive from here. But it's gonna be my first time playing a scramble. I haven't played a scramble that I can remember, at least. I may have done one with my dad and a couple of friends when I was really young, when I was like 10 or 11 years old. But like, not a true scramble. Like, this is me and one other friend. We're gonna go out and we're both gonna play, and we're gonna see if we can try to shoot, you know, maybe like a 45, just see how close we can get to course par. Because between his irons and like my long drives, we might be able to do pretty well, because he's definitely far superior with his iron play. But I mean, I went and played golf with him. I think it was last Wednesday, or maybe like it may have been the Wednesday before that. But we went out and played, and on the last hole, I had a drive. It was the longest drive I think I've ever had in my entire life. I had a drive that went 303 yards. Like, it was a fucking bomb. I just lasered that thing out there. So, like, if I can put stuff together like that, then I've got to feel pretty good about my chances. And if his irons are on, we might have a pretty good day out there. So we will see. But until then, my friends, we're going to stop right here for now. When we come back on the next installment of Let's Play World of Warcraft, we're going to head over to Moonbrook. We're also going to hop into the group finder, and we're going to do our very first dungeon at Ragefire Chasm. That's what it was. So we're either going to do Ragefire Chasm, or we're going to do the Dead Mines. And we're also going to do the random dungeon feature, which will give us a satchel of helpful goods, which is usually like a blue piece of armor. And you get a shitload of XP out of it, and you get 35 silver, which is going to be really useful because we're only 5 levels away from getting our first mount, and so we do need to stockpile on some extra gold because we only have 56. We got a ways to go. So that will become really useful there. So until then, my friends, this has been your host, LovelyCheesePizza, saying thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Take it easy, everybody. Bye.